All right, so are you ready to, like, totally transform your English skills? I mean, seriously,
Yeah, we're diving deep today.
deeper than ever before. We're talking about this method. It's called copy and speak. And let me tell you, it's way simpler than you think, and the results, they're kind of mind-blowing.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and the coolest part is you don't need some boring textbook or anything.
Yeah.
We're talking about using stuff you actually enjoy, like podcasts,
Oh, yeah?
shows, maybe even those awesome TED Talks. You know the ones I'm talking about.
I love those.
Yeah, who doesn't, right? But let's be real. We've all been there, you know, trying to learn a new language.
Mm.
It can be a pain sometimes, right?
It's sure.
You start with all this motivation, like, I'm going to conquer English. I'm going to be fluent. But then life happens.
It fades.
It totally fades, like faster than your gym membership in January.
It's the classic story.
It is. And then there's the whole practice thing.
Yeah.
Like, where do you even find the time? And even if you do, it's not always the most fun, is it?
No, it's not.
So how does this copy and speak thing actually help with those problems?
So it's really smart. It tackles both the motivation part and the practice part at the same time.
Yeah.
So instead of forcing yourself to go through all these boring grammar rules,
The worst.
you pick something that you're actually into. And instead of just passively listening, you're actively mimicking, like copying what the speaker's doing.
So like their pronunciation.
Everything, their rhythm, the intonation, how they emphasize certain words, everything.
So you're basically what, like training your mouth to form the sounds of English like it's a song or something?
Exactly. And what's really cool is there's some real science behind this.
Oh, tell me more.
It all comes down to these things called mirror neurons in our brains.
Mirror neurons.
Yeah. So they fire not just when we do something, but when we see someone else doing it too.
So like monkey see, monkey do.
Basically. And by copying native speakers, we're kind of jump-starting those language learning pathways in our brains. It's like a shortcut.
Wow. That's amazing.
Right?
Okay, so how does someone actually get started with this? Like, are we talking about copying a whole movie? That seems a little intense.
No. You don't need to do anything that crazy. Start small, keep it manageable. Maybe like a 1-minute clip from your favorite YouTuber or a scene from a show you love, something like that.
Okay, that's doable.
Totally. And you can even break down longer sentences into smaller chunks, phrases. Don't be afraid to pause, rewind as much as you need. Really focus on getting the sounds right. Accuracy is key here.
Gotcha. So the main thing is to pick something that you actually enjoy.
Exactly. Something you would actually be watching or listening to anyway. That way, learning doesn't feel like a chore. You actually look forward to practicing, and that's what makes it stick.
It's like sneaking in a workout while you're watching your favorite show.
Exactly.
You know, in our research, we came across this really inspiring story.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
It was about this person who had been trying to learn English for years, tried every method out there, but just couldn't seem to get fluent. They were like about to give up.
I've been there.
And then they stumbled upon copy and speak, and they decided to give it a shot. So they started practicing consistently, picking stuff that genuinely interested them.
It's so important, picking stuff that you like.
And you know what? Their English improved dramatically. They went from struggling to even hold a basic conversation to confidently talking with native speakers.
That's incredible.
It's really motivating, isn't it?
It is. It just shows that it's never too late to make progress.
Totally. If you've got the right approach, the right mindset, and you put in the effort, you can achieve fluency.
Absolutely.
Wow, this has been such an eye-opening deep dive.
It has.
But you know what? I'm curious. What are some, like, less obvious things people could use for copy and speak? We've talked about the usual suspects, podcasts, TV shows, TED Talks. But what about, like, audiobooks or stand-up comedy routines?
Oh, those are fantastic options. I mean, think about audiobooks. You've got these super talented narrators, right?
Best of the best.
It's perfect for working on your pronunciation, your intonation, all that good stuff.
And stand-up comedy, oh man, that's a whole other level. I mean, they're so focused on their delivery, their timing.
And the regional accents, too. It's
Yeah.
it's like a masterclass in spoken English.
It's so true. Okay, so as we wrap things up here, what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember today?
Just this. Don't underestimate the power of copy and speak. Find something you love, something you're passionate about, mimic it like crazy, and watch your English skills take off.
Love it. So for everyone listening, what's the first thing you're going to copy and speak? Think about it. I'm excited to hear all about your progress.
Need to?
Until next time, keep practicing.
Keep copying and speaking.